first agenda item is public comments. We've had several requests for public comments. My timer out. Things have they freed up enough for us to use the podium, or people are going to be able to get to the podium? I think anybody from this end is still being blocked. So I think what we're going to do different today is we'll just ask that the person stand where they are. They have 3 minutes. And the first request is by Emily Sabo of Texarkana, Texas. Emily, would you be willing to stand where you are and give us your comments?
Be glad to.
You may begin.
My name's Emily Sabo. I'm from Texarkana, Texas. When Bowie County needed air conditioning service, Judge Lacey called Central Air, which is owned by Mike Carter, Precinct 4 Commissioner. Even though Mike Carter's business did not fill out the proper paperwork that you have to fill out, Commissioner Carter voted to pay his company, Central Air, on item 19, accounts payable, August the 25th, 2014. This is illegal and it violates the law. At the tune of $15,318.41, from the 7th and 17th, 2014 to the 8th and 8th in 2014. You want to know where your money goes? Okay. Whether it is voted in court or sponsoring or co-sponsoring rollback taxes, Judge Lacey supports Commissioner Carter and Commissioner Carter supports Judge Lacey. You know, it's sort of like this, that you scratch my back and I'll scratch yours. Mr. Carter, you should abstain from voting to pay your company. That's a conflict of interest. And I also have the paperwork here that says you voted. Motion was made by Commissioner Blackburn and a second by Commissioner Carter to pay the bills. All voted yes and the motion carried. And you should abstain from voting. You violated the law.
Can I respond to that?
Only factually, no. Correct me on this, what we can or cannot say in response to public comments. We can give out information that's asked for. We can give any rules or guidelines that apply, but other than that, we have to wait.
Well, you have to put it on as an agenda item if it's something that's requiring additional discussion or a vote or something like that.
And the appropriate
and
place.
historically y'all kind of veered from that, so, you want to, it depends. Some days y'all want to be real technical and some days you don't, so.
And proper place would be on the next one in response to public
We'll
comments.
put it on the agenda next time.
And let's go ahead with public comments, and then we'll get to the petitioner's response if there's a factual response. Next is Edwin Bilbo. Mr. Bilbo, Cab, Texas, are you here? Can you stay around?
He's here.
Next is Mr. Dave Carr.
Okay.
You may begin.
Thank you, sir. This will be real short. During last Commissioner's Court, I requested the Commissioners to make public the name on the TW request for computer files on Ty's computer, Donna Burns' computer, and Tony Barron's computer. The following day, it was revealed in the Gazette whose name was on that request. Sterling, we do not share the same politics. However, I was highly disappointed that your name was on that request. I really was. You see, I grew up in Hungary, which was a communist country. Spying and harassment of citizens was a common tactic by the state police. We escaped in the 1956 revolution to come to this great country. When I see spying and harassment of citizens, it hits me home. Sterling, may God help you.
Thank you. And our last request is from Glenn Johnson. Johnson, you may begin.
Thank you. The request is something I talked about earlier. It has to do with that $5 million. And there was a lot of discussion 2 weeks ago on Monday as to whether you use that last portion of it, the 1.9 million. I didn't understand why we had that conversation and why we didn't know ahead of time how to get that money in the proper place to be able to spend it to alleviate the problems that we borrowed it for. And that came from the Financial Advisory Committee, from the commissioners, the judge. I don't understand why we didn't know ahead of time. I also don't understand why we need counseling on that, because 2 years earlier, we borrowed $1.5 million on a tax anticipation note, and there wasn't any question how to spend that, or whether you could spend that. And that's just it. I'm just confused about what's going on. Thanks.